Luke Combs recently saying there ain't no love in Oklahoma, and last week against Houston, there wasn't any offense either. They scored just 14 points.
Owen Heineke has made some huge plays for the Sooners this season, but 4 years ago he was playing lacrosse for Michigan's rival Ohio State, and now he's helping the Sooners beat Michigan in football. But Heineke's story is just so much deeper than that. And the Thunder are 28-1 against Eastern Conference opponents this season. That is an NBA record. An even crazier note, they are tied with the best net rating in NBA regular season history with the 1995-96 Chicago Bulls.
We start in Arlington with the Rangers closing out a 3-game series against the Padres. In the second, Ha-Seong Kim mashes this one, and it might be early fireworks for San Diego, but the rookie Wyatt Langford, he jumps up and robs this one for the third out, and it's courtesy of the red, Wyatt, and blue.
Yeah, I'm here at the Wesley, where Sooner fans are getting ready to celebrate what they call Texas Hate Week. They'll begin by smashing up on this car right behind me, spray painted in burnt orange Texas colors.
The 13th floor of SEC Media Days may not be haunted, but there may be somewhere else in the SEC that is.
Yeah, and you cannot make the trip down to Auburn without stopping for some Toomer's Lemonade. We were able to stop by earlier, and it was great.
17 days removed from surgery, he says that his mistakes in the game weren't his hand, rather, they were up here. As a native Oklahoman, Kermit Holmes has dedicated his life to being on the hardwood, and he has a Sooner legend to thank for that.
Wayman Tisdale was my hero growing up. With him being from Tulsa and I'm from Old Muggy, he was kind of like the first guy that put everybody on.
In his 3 seasons at OU, Holmes averaged 9 points and 6 rebounds per game and loved the big ones.
Going to the Final Fours, winning big games at Kansas, just playing, playing in that type of style, scoring 100 points a game, it was awesome. My best game was 36 points and 21 rebounds. Who wouldn't want to play in that system?
After Holmes' time at OU, he spent 10 years in the CBA, but that wasn't all the experience he gained after college.
Playing with Team USA, won a gold medal in '97 and a silver medal in '99. I still got my USA warm-up, gold medal, and all that stuff. And I framed all the jerseys too.
And this is the Lloyd Noble Center where Kermit Holmes played and grew under the guidance of Sooners legendary men's basketball coach, Billy Tubbs. And now Kermit Holmes is here at Moore High School, giving back to the game he loves by providing guidance to the Moore Lions as an assistant coach on Greg Harden's staff.
From coaching them, mentoring them, talking about off-the-court things, family, how to approach your classroom every day in life. But it's a gratifying feeling being a coach, especially here at Moore.
And to Holmes, basketball has never been just a game.
Basketball saved a young kid from Old Muggy, Oklahoma, that had an opportunity to earn a scholarship and take care of his family.
Reporting from Moore High School, Aidan Tyler, Sooner Sports Pad. Michael Fasusi and Sean Hutton were friends at Louisville High School, but also members on the left side of the Fighting Farmers offensive line. Now the two are on the offensive line for the Oklahoma Sooners football team, something that they are both extremely grateful for.
It's a blessing, man. That's all it is, and at the same time, it's also an opportunity, and that's everything here is an opportunity.
It's been amazing being with him these past 4 years in high school, and then of course getting to transition to college with it. It's amazing to be there with my best friends.
And the friendship between the two coming to college is something that Sean Hutton didn't realize would be invaluable.
If I'm going through something and struggling up here, I could just go right next door because we're in the same room. That's probably something that's helped me out a lot more than I would have thought about before I even came up here.
The two friends have formed their friendship around football, but there's another important thing that has built their friendship, and that is their shared faith. And they hope to bring this faith they've had since childhood to the rest of the Sooner football team.
Keep gaining on my knowledge and my wisdom, keep being a man of God, keep developing on that.
Football is just an opportunity where I can leverage to reach others, one, through Christ and be able to help them find Christ, but two, just an opportunity to just share my abilities God's given me and go out there every time on the field, just go perform, It's just amazing to be out there. Football is like my best friend.
And Hutton's other best friend, Michael Fasusi, says there's one thing Sooner Nation can look forward to from him in the offensive line.
Being a dog on that field, man, that's what they're going to expect too, and just dominating.
Reporting from Owen Field, Aidan Tyler, OU Nightly.
Hello and welcome to the Riverwind Casino Sports Desk. It's just 38 days until OSU kicks off their football season against UT Martin, and just 45 days away from what may be their biggest test all year. The Cowboys are going duck hunting as they go on the road against Oregon. The Ducks were the #1 seed in the playoffs last year, and Oregon head coach Dan Lanning spoke today saying his team is ready for any challenge. September 6th is a huge day for football teams in the state of Oklahoma. That's when OSU hits the road to Oregon in the afternoon, and also when the Sooners welcome Michigan to the Palace in Norman. That one under the night sky, two huge showdowns. That's going to shape both teams' seasons. And it appears that coaches in other conferences just not too fond of the SEC. First, Indiana's Curt Cignetti, and now SMU's Rhett Lashley. Both those coaches were in the playoffs last season. Lashley spoke at ACC Media Days and decided to take a shot at the SEC's depth. 12 people have been assigned to the search committee to find OU's next athletic director. On that committee, the 4-time softball national champion Kinsey Hansen. We caught up with Kinsey to get her thoughts on being on the committee and what she seeks in the ideal candidate. Now check this out. The Cleveland Browns unveiling a new helmet, and the cameraman was unveiled to something new too. The waters of Lake Erie. He goes overboard. He steals the whole show, and he seemed to be okay after the fall. His camera, not so much. That'll do it for sports. We'll be right back after the break. A trip to the state tournament is nothing out of the ordinary for the Gunner Tigers. Earlier this year, both their football team and volleyball team played for state titles. Now it's their baseball team in the spotlight, as the Tigers are headed to Round Rock for the 3rd time in the past 4 years for the 3A semifinals this week, where they will face Franklin on Friday at noon. A year ago, the Tigers fell one step short of state, losing in the regional finals to Boyd. But they got their revenge on the Yellow Jacks this season with a 2-game sweep over the defending champions last week. Excitement couldn't be higher as the eyes of these Tigers focus on bringing home Gunner's first baseball state title since 1998. College Softball World Series, Oklahoma, Florida winner to the championship game, and OU's in trouble early. Reagan Walsh with a shot to left, and it's 5-2 Gators. But dynasties don't die easy. Sydney Sanders with a drive to center. That one's deep, and it gets out. Sanders, she's fired up. It's 5-4. And then in the 6th, 2-on, 2-out, the freshman Ella Parker with the clutch gene. Avery Hodge comes around and scores, and we're all tied up at 5. This one eventually will go into extras, and senior Jada Coleman said it's her world and we're just living in it. A walk-off home run as the Sooners advance to a 5th straight World Series final, looking for a four-peat. And so that means we're going to have a Red River rivalry for the College Softball National Championship this year. This is the 2nd time in the past 3 years, and Texas and Oklahoma will meet for the title. Oklahoma sawed off the horns with a sweep last time and are looking for a 4th straight title. Texas, meanwhile, has never won a softball championship before. The best of 3 series will begin tomorrow with the first pitch set for 7 o'clock each night. Unfortunately for the Oklahoma baseball team, they did not have the same luck as their softball counterparts, hosting a regional for the first time since 2010. The Sooners were eliminated by UConn from the College Baseball World Series with a 7-1 win last night. Oklahoma just scored 2 total runs in their 2 losses to UConn at the Norman Regional. And Dallas Cowboys receiver CeeDee Lamb did not report to mandatory minicamp Tuesday. He's holding out in hopes of getting a new contract, as last season he set franchise records in catches and yards and wants a contract similar to Vikings wideout Justin Jefferson, who signed a record-breaking 4-year, $140 million deal on Monday.